A woman who cheats always leaves these three signs. Brother, imagine waking up one morning and realizing something feels different. She still talks to you, she still smiles, but something feels off. Her phone suddenly matters more. Her attention feels divided. And when you ask what changed, she tells you nothing. That's where many men make their biggest mistake. They ignore their instincts, or they become so suspicious that they destroy the relationship themselves. But here's what most men don't realize. Cheating usually creates changes in behavior before it creates proof. And today, I'll show you the three signs worth paying attention to, not so you can accuse her, not so you can become paranoid, but so you can stop ignoring patterns that deserve an honest conversation, and stay until the third sign, because it is the easiest one to misunderstand. Before we get into it, if you value honesty and self-respect, hit the like button and comment, "I trust patterns, not fear." Write it, own it, and make it your promise. Now, let's get into the first sign. Sign number 1. She suddenly becomes emotionally distant. Picture this. You used to talk about everything. Her day, your plans, her problems, even the little things. Now, her answers become shorter. She stops sharing details. You ask, "How was your day?" She says, "Fine." You ask, "What happened?" She says, "Nothing." And somehow, you feel like you're talking to someone standing behind a locked door. Here's the psychology behind this. When someone becomes emotionally invested somewhere else, their attention can shift. But emotional distance does not automatically mean cheating. Stress, depression, work problems, or relationship conflict can create the same behavior. The hidden truth is this. Don't judge one cold day. Watch for a lasting pattern. If the distance keeps growing, while she becomes unusually secretive, that's when you need to pay attention. But here's where it gets interesting. The second sign often appears in the smallest details. Sign number 2. Her phone suddenly becomes off limits. Brother, imagine her phone used to sit on the table. You could pick it up without drama. Now everything changes. She keeps it face down, carries it everywhere, turns the screen away, and suddenly every notification becomes private. Again, privacy alone doesn't prove betrayal. Everyone deserves personal space. But secrecy, combined with a sudden behavioral change, is different. The real reason this matters is not the phone. It's the change in transparency. When someone's behavior changes dramatically, you naturally notice the difference. And if every simple question turns into anger, blame, or accusations against you, don't immediately fight back. Stay calm. Ask yourself, is there a pattern here? Because the biggest mistake is confronting someone with rage before understanding what's happening. Now, the last sign. This one is the easiest to misunderstand. Sign number 3. She starts treating you differently. This one can hurt the most. Maybe she suddenly criticizes everything. Your clothes, your habits, your personality. Things she once loved about you now seem annoying. Or maybe she goes the opposite direction. She becomes unusually affectionate because she feels guilty. That's why this sign is tricky. There is not one universal behavior that proves someone is cheating. But a sudden and unexplained change in how she relates to you deserves attention. Here's the hidden truth. Sometimes the biggest warning sign is not what she does. It's the feeling that the relationship has become completely different. And if you've been noticing several signs together, don't play detective forever. Have an honest conversation. Stay calm. Ask direct questions. Listen carefully. Then judge the relationship by consistent actions, not promises made during an argument. Because a strong man doesn't need to control a woman to feel secure. He needs enough self-respect to face the truth, whether that truth is comfortable or painful. And brother, that's the real lesson. You don't need paranoia. You need awareness. You don't need accusations. You need clarity. And you don't need to beg someone to choose you. But awareness is only one part of having better relationships. Knowing the signs matters, but knowing how to communicate, build trust, understand emotional connection, set boundaries, and choose the right relationship matters even more. That's why I created the Male Relationship Psychology Guide. It's a practical guide for men aged 25 years plus, covering attraction, communication, emotional connection, healthy relationships, compatibility, and knowing when to walk away in a relationship. If you want to go deeper than the video, you can get the complete guide through the link in my bio or in the pinned comment. Don't just learn how to recognize relationship problems, learn how to build better relationships. If you apply these lessons, you'll become calmer, wiser, and harder to manipulate. You'll stop chasing explanations and start watching patterns. You'll communicate without losing your dignity. And you'll build relationships based on honesty, trust, and self-respect. If that's the kind of man you're becoming, like this video and subscribe, not just to support this channel, but to join a community of men committed to becoming stronger and wiser. And before you leave, comment, "I choose truth over denial." Say it, believe it, and live by it. Because the strongest man is not the man who never gets betrayed. He's the man who refuses to betray himself.